Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the spread for the 11th to the 17th. Videos for this video were messed up, so I had to fix them a little bit. So that's why this one came out a little bit later, and I might have forgotten some of my plans. But first I'm laying down this little thing, and I'm going to be putting this sleeping mask right on top of it to show that I was sleeping in for that day. This kit is mostly pink and muted colors, so I kind of lean towards a lot of the gray tones and a lot of the pinks. I love using the silver foil throughout this spread, so you'll be seeing a lot of that as well. I haven't shopped a lot, but since the PB sales happened recently, I did happen to order for the sale, and I got a lot of a Happy Meal on this day, so I just marked it in with the little Happy Meal sticker. I believe it's from Paper and Milk, and this Happy Meal script, which I believe is from Planning World. I've been limiting my amount of coffee that I've been drinking each week, so the dalgona coffee that I've been loving to make, I've been limiting it to 1 to 2 every week, just so that I don't drink too much of it, because it is a lot of milk and a lot of sugar. So I've been limiting it, but I did treat myself to a coffee just to start off this week. I used this sticker that I believe I got from a kit. It was a deco piece that I just had an extra one of, and I figured I would keep it in case I needed to use it one day, and it happened to match this spread really well, so I used the coffee cup to represent my dalgona coffee. I did a lot of work today. There was a lot of emails that I had to do, a lot of IP stuff that I had to do, and just more emails, so I just did a half box to mark off that I did a lot of it today. I used the Once More with Love sticker to mark it as well. Last week was Teacher Appreciation Week, and since my coworkers and I did a little kind of swap for gifts for each other, my coworker surprised me with some balloons today. She dropped them off and it was really nice, so I used this Once More with Love munchkin in a little thing. I also used this little thing to mark that I was trimming my dog that day, as well as my own hair that day. I marked it with the scissors and these paw prints from Planting Roses. If you're wondering what that blank sheet is with all the random stickers, I have an extra book where I keep extra stickers that I take from kits, or extra sheets that I might have like a couple stickers from, and I use it to compile all the stickers just so I can use it for later spreads. Moving on to Tuesday, I have a lot of meetings usually on Tuesday, so I just used this checklist box to mark all of the different meetings that I had. I used this laptop icon from Crafts by Towie, I believe, and just marked it on the bottom there just to indicate that I was basically on the computer all day. After that I did do a workout, so I marked it with this shoe as well as this workout script from Planning World. And you'll see throughout the week that I use these two to kind of indicate working out throughout the rest of the week. Because I've been working out so consistently for the next couple weeks, I think I'm going to be adding as a habit tracker if I can on the sidebar, if I have space for it. The next thing you're going to see me do is just take this quarter box, and since the next box over it looked almost similar, I decided to do a little backdrop for this quarter box, so I took a little washi strip just to put on the back of it before I placed down my quarter box. And on this day, I actually helped my fiance to cut his hair, so I used the same scissors that I used for the previous day, and I marked it for helping him to cut his hair. It wasn't the best job, but as for quarantine goes, it's gonna be the best as it can be, and depending on how long it gets, hopefully I'll get better at it. After this, I put a half box down just to write something exciting that happened. Our sellers actually accepted our offer that we were placing at a house that we were looking at, and we were super excited, and we just talked about it more throughout the week, but you'll see a little bit more down the road how much work it really takes to finalize down on a house, and we're still not even close to being done yet. I wanted to add a little bit more foil into this, so I just added these Planning World's kind of washi strips to each of the different corners of this half box just to accent it a little bit more, and I did an excited emoticon from the Coffee Monsters Co. as well. Moving on to Wednesday, was another day that I slept in, so I did the same thing as Monday, and I put down a little thing as well as a sleeping mask to indicate that I slept in with the sleep in script. After I slept in and I finished all my work, I did my workout. I usually try to do it right in the beginning of the morning as soon as I'm done with a lot of my work, just to get it out of the way and to energize myself as well. Like I said, I'm marking it the same way as I'm going to be the rest of the day, so you'll just see me putting down a sneaker again, as well as the workout script from Planning World again. Next, I did a lot of YouTube video watching, so I just marked it down with a little washi strip that you'll see here, as well as a YouTube binge sticker that I'm going to place right on the top. After I was done with everything, I decided to take a nap. I used this Once More with Love sticker that I believe came from a sampler, as well as this nap script from HarrietWrightDesigns. This was actually the day that we actually signed our contracts for buying the house, and it's a lot longer of a process than we thought, but this was the actual beginning step where we started signing actual contracts. Next, I did record a plan with me, so I just used this hexagon that was in the kit, as well as a little laptop sticker from Bloom Paper Studio, just to accent it with some more foil. I don't mind the double bow that's on there as well. Moving on to Thursday, LitJoy came out with their 7.2 year 7.2 box, which I had to get because LitJoy is probably one of the best subscription boxes I've seen so far. And I like that all the materials that they usually come out with. This year, I think they're collaborating with Cherry Wallace, who is one of my favorite magical YouTubers. And I just love all the things that they usually put into their boxes. After that whole day, it was thunderstorming in Chicago, and my dog, he has really bad phobia for the thunder, specifically just the sound of it. I've trying to put YouTube videos so that he can get used to the sound, but he has some kind of sixth sense where he's able to sense whether it's a YouTube video versus the real thing. So he was not having it that day, and he was just aimlessly walking around the house. I used this little dog and girl sticker from Planting Roses, I believe, and I'm forgetting where this thunder icon is from, but I just stacked them on top of each other to indicate that. If you guys have any tips or tricks for that, if your dog experiences the same thing, please let me know down below, because I could definitely use help. He's turning 10 this year, so he's a really old fellow, but I'd still like to help him out as much as I can. After working from home, I did my workout, so I indicated it with the same stickers as before. I started doing the stickers in the bottom, but I realized that I would need an extra box to mark all of the plans that I had. But first I did cut off this checkoff list just because I only needed 3. You'll see in a second that I'm going to actually add a day extender on top of this box just so I can have space for all of my plans for that day. Like I said, buying a house is really a journey. There's a lot of phone calls and a lot of emails that you have to do, so this was another one for me to track. I used this Planting Roses icon just to mark all the different calls that I had to make, and then I realized that I wouldn't have enough space for all my plans. So I took it off and added this day extender that I believe is from Sticky Essentials. If you see my other plan with me, you'll know that I usually don't like to put another full box on top of this full box extender. I usually just cut off half of another day extender just to put on top, just so I have blank space for more plants that I can put on top of. They don't always turn out perfect, but as long as they can open and close okay, then I'm usually pretty okay with it. So here I was just testing opening and closing it, and I realized there was something that was left over that was making it hard to open and close. So I used my X-Acto knife to just cut off some of the bottom, and it was opening and closing a little bit easier afterwards. I placed my checklist down again with the phone icon from Planting Roses to mark all of the calls that I had to make that day. And after that, I did edit my video on my phone. I just used a hexagon again and a laptop sticker from Bloom Paper Studio, as you'll see in a second. Sephora had a recent sale for their VIB members, and a lot of my order came in on this day, which I was super excited about because I was running out of a lot of my skincare. So I placed this half box to mark down that I received my order, and I just used this Coffee Monster sticker just to mark that I got my order. And then I decided to block off that lipstick since I didn't buy a lot of lipstick, and I used this Paper Company skincare set next to it just to indicate that I got skincare specifically. After that, since it was almost the end of the week and I really needed it for this week since it was really stressful for me, there was a lot of work to do, I decided to have another Dalgona coffee, so I used another quarter box, and I found an extra coffee icon that I found in my extra sticker book, and I used that to mark that I made Dalgona coffees for myself. One of the cons of having this sticker book is just that I don't remember where a lot of these icons are from. Since I don't keep the whole sheet where it's from, I usually don't remember a lot of it. Like this one, I'm not confident where this one is from. It must have been from a random sampler that I received. Some of it was sticking out over the edge, so I just snipped off a little bit of the bow there just so that when you fold it, nothing is showing. After that, I put some more at the top. I did a lot of vacuuming and Swiffering for the apartment, so I just used a half box to mark it. I used another washi strip, but instead of putting it on both ends, this time I just put it on the top, and then I added a foiled vacuum sticker just to indicate that I was vacuuming and Swiffering that day. After vacuuming and Swiffering, my fiance and I did a load of laundry, so I just used a little thing as well as marking it with a little laundry sticker. I think it's from Planning World. Moving on to Friday, I did a sleep in this day as well, so I did use a quarter box, or a little thing I mean, and then I used a sleeping mask again just to mark that I slept in. After that, I did have a bunch of calls again with all of the people related to the house, so I used the other half of the 3 checklists just to mark all the different calls I would make, and I used the same phone icon that I used earlier. Work was really overwhelming this week. I have a lot of IEPs coming up since it's the end of the year. The schools were really confused about what was the plan since we weren't sure what was the quarantine was going to be like and when it was going to end at the beginning of the quarantine. And now a lot of things are being rushed to be finished before the end of the year, and it's just stressful that there's so much to do when not a lot of people know what's going on, and a lot of things that need to be redone because of that as well. So a lot of work stuff has been stressful, as well as the house stuff. I just didn't realize that it was so much to do so fast as well, and so many people that you have to contact. And with my fiance working at the hospital, I've been trying to do most of it. Since I am working at home, it's a little easier for me to deal with everything, but it was just a lot on my plate. So to mark that, I used a little thing, and I just used this overwhelmed munchkin from Once More with Love to show that I was really overwhelmed this day. I added another day extender here because I did have a lot more plans at the end of the day. So I used the day extender from Sticky Essentials again and did the same thing that I did for that box that was next to it. We had to do a grocery run, so we went to H Mart this day, and since I was having a bad day, my fiance let me choose what we were going to eat for takeout that day, and I chose sushi, which is one of my favorites. One of my favorite sushi places recently opened back up in Chicago, so we were able to get some takeout from them, as well as our little weekly milk tea treats. I love milk tea, so I treat myself and him to at least once a week, just so we can have something to look forward to. And we got it from our favorite bubble tea place, which was nice. After that, I was going to put the Netflix down first, but since there wasn't that much space for it, I decided to leave it for the next box. Instead, I used this little thing, and I'm going to be putting a sad sticker from the Coffee Monsters Co. to show that my iMac was actually shutting down a lot. My iMac is about 5 years old, but it's been shutting down on me a lot, and it's been really frustrating, and it wasn't doing it for a while, and that day was the first day that it was happening again, so I was really sad and frustrated over it. After that, I did end up using a half box to use with the Netflix sticker, and I just used it to mark that we started season 4 of Money Heist. Me and my fiance love to watch shows together, and I showed that we were starting to watch season 4 that day. With him, it takes a little bit longer because he's been using a lot of his time to play Call of Duty instead, but we love watching shows together. It's kind of what we do during our meals as well, so we were trying to finish Money Heist since we were hearing a lot of good things about it as well. I didn't realize that the series finale for How to Get Away with Murder was up as well, so I decided to binge the rest of that season, and it was actually really, really good, and it made up for a lot of the rest of the middle season, which was kind of mundane. The last 6 episodes specifically are amazing. If you guys are into it, I would definitely recommend you to binge watch it if you haven't already. The next thing I did was I did record a voiceover for A Plan With Me, so I used a hexagon again and a laptop sticker. After that, I did a lot of work, so I just used a flag as well as a laptop icon just to show that I did some work. After that, I used this label as well as a Sticky Sloth Designs YouTube sticker just to show that I was watching a lot of YouTube videos at the end of the night. Moving on to Saturday and Sunday. Saturday we did sleep in, which was very nice. I did my workout at the beginning of the day as well as doing my nails as well, so you're going to be seeing me put down my sleep in that I've been doing for the rest of the week. I kept it pretty consistent this week, and I just used the sleeping mask as well as the sleep-in script. I kept the workout stickers pretty consistent as well, so you're just going to be seeing me put the sneaker down as well as the workout scripts from Planning World. During this quarantine, I think my favorite thing besides planning is probably doing my nails. This day I did my nails, and I've been loving taking inspiration from the spreads I've been doing, so I think this day was the day when I used my spread to kind of inspire my next nails, and you'll be seeing what that is. If you haven't already, please follow me on Plan with Eva, and you'll be seeing a lot of my spreads and my nails that I get to do inspired by my spreads. I had a lot of time this day to do a lot of my YouTube videos, so I had time to upload a video, I edited a video as well as filmed a video. So you're going to see me place the hexagon again as well as the laptop again. That's what I've been using to do all of the stuff that is planner related to my YouTube. So I've indicated it here. After that, we did a lot of paperwork for the house, so you're going to see me use a quarter box as well as a house sticker and a shocked sticker just to show that we had a lot of paperwork that I didn't realize that we would have to look over as well as sign. This day was also the day that my fiance got to choose what takeout place we would want. I don't think we usually do 2 takeout places in a row, just because we don't usually treat ourselves that much. Because of this quarantine, we haven't exactly been healthy, but we've been trying to save money just for the house. But he decided to take some takeout from a Chinese place since he's been craving a lot of Chinese food. So I just marked it with this foiled label as well as this takeout box by Magic Prince Co., I believe. Saturday and Sundays, you'll see that we're most likely going to be sleeping in, especially with the quarantine. We don't really have anything to wake up for, so we usually try to take our time and sleep in as well as we can. And we have been sleeping later on the weekends as well, so we kind of need the extra time to sleep in. Like I said before, I'm using the same icon. I just kind of switched to the opposite side just so it doesn't look exactly the same. I don't love how that they're almost touching each other, but I left it the way it is since the rest of the spread turned out pretty good. I didn't want to change too much of it. After I slept in, I woke up and I did do my workout right away just to get out of the way, and I did the same thing again where I switched the opposite sides. My mom made some food for me, and since my sister was grabbing it as well, she surprised me with some milk tea, which I appreciated so much since I've had such a stressful week. And seeing her was just really nice since we haven't been able to see each other because of the quarantine. And we didn't want to be seeing too much with our mom either, just because both of us are pretty high risk since all of us have asthma in the family. For our lunch that day, my fiance made some chapaguri, which is a Korean kind of recipe where you mix a blend of two ramyuns, I believe. I got the recipe off of David So. He made it look really good, so I really wanted to try it out. And since we were at H Mart, I got the noodles just so we can have a chance to try it. It was okay. It wasn't the best noodles that I've ever had, but it was better than I expected, I guess. I don't know if I would be able to buy, if I would ever crave it again, but it was pretty okay. After that, I just marked that I did a lot of YouTube binging, and we also watched a lot of Netflix. We were most likely watching more of Money Heist since it was the last season. We were probably most likely trying to finish it. The rest of this time, I'm going to be writing the rest of the week, everything that I had planned out for this week and the meals that I've had as well. Please let me know down below if you guys even like to see me when I'm writing it out. I know my handwriting's not the best, but I'm trying. I usually do a mix, as I've said before in my spreads. If you guys would rather me skip through to the end of the video, just let me know and I'll make sure I'll do it next time, because that would cut down the video as well. That's going to be it for the rest of my video. Thank you so much for watching me, you guys. I'm going to do a little bib wiggle for you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!